Hi everyone, it's Rachel with Rachel Soup Creations. I hope everybody's having an amazing Sunday. Um, Quite a few people have been making these little journal cards um, out of whimsical houses, and I haven't really jumped on the bandwagon. But I decided to play around a little bit last night with just some paper scraps that I have. I've not been very inspired lately. There's been a lot going on in the last 6 months, and I've not been on my channel much. So I'm getting back to my channel and back to sharing content with all of you. But I wanted to just play around and so I started just playing around with some paper scraps. Hi, Karen. How are you? Welcome. And I'm gonna back these um, with coffee dyed paper later, but I wanted to just show you. Hi, Luann, welcome. I wanted to just show you these cute little houses. And then I thought, oh my gosh, these would be so stinking cute for Christmas to slide in our December dailies, in our little December journals. So I grabbed some of my scrappy papers, and I have a couple more ideas that I wanted to play around with today with all of you. Oh, I'm so sorry, Karen, you're in the hospital. I actually was in the hospital last week too. So I'm glad I'm able to keep you company. And we're just going to play around a little bit. And so I just have a bunch of scraps. This is just some scraps I pulled out of my drawer. And these are paper scraps from a Christmas collection from last year when I was doing some projects with you all online, and I just grabbed those out. Here's some pom poms, some vintage pom poms, and I'm just gonna open up some paper here. And if that was smart, Karen, to bring stuff from home. I wish I would have been a little bit smarter. I didn't exactly know I was going to ER, and then when I got there, I sat there for 5 hours. So, oh, it was horrible. But I'm glad you were able to bring some things. So I have an old, this is, let's see what year this is. I love the paper on it, but it definitely needs to be backed with something else. This is 1933. And um, I'm going to look at this I don't know if you can see that, joy to the world. Since I have this like a thought about kind of what I'm thinking about for this next one. I want it to be kind of gingerbreadish. Um, but one of the things I wanted to share with you all is I'm sure you all have some paper in your stash that you don't love. If you buy pads of paper like this is just one from Michael's, and a lot of times you'll get paper in there that maybe it's one of those big ones that you frame. I'm not a scrapbooker, so I don't use those. So I like to look in my paper. So something like this. Now I might use this for belly bands or something like that. But there's oftentimes papers that we're just not going to use. So I'm digging, I apologize, trying to find. Here's another paper pad. So let's look in here and see if there's something in here that I might not use. And I'll show you why. Oftentimes when so like for example, this is not something I would typically use because they're too big even for my journals. I mean, I could cut some of those down, but this would be a perfect one for me to repurpose. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to glue this down so that I have a little sturdier base. You love that pad, Karen? Yeah, it's an older one. All of these, I have actually, you guys, I have not bought any supplies in a really long time. I'm trying really hard to use up my stuff. And I'm super excited now that hopefully my health is better and we have other, we've had a lot. This year was a lot for us. We had a lot of deaths, a lot of craziness in our life, and it just did not allow me to be creative. And I am dying to be back creative again. So I'm super excited to be back sharing content with everybody. I have had things together since before um, we were having some family deaths, and my plan was I had some amazing things to sell. Well, those are ready. They've been ready for a long time. So those are definitely going to come out. So what I did is I just took a hymnal page and I just glued it. I just used white glue, school glue. This is just washable. I'm eventually, I think, going to sew these. So I'm not that concerned. And I am going to just trim this to be roughly the size of the page. All right, so there we go. So I have decided that this is going to be the base of my house. And because it has that beautiful brown patina on there, I just feel like it's going to be a great piece for the house itself. And I want to keep the joy to the world. I want that to show. So I'm just trimming and don't throw these scraps away. These scraps, we can always use them for another project. And I kind of want my house to be a little bit whimsical. So I'm going to do the best I can to get both sides of my house to be similar. And I'm just doing that by flipping over that little piece. All right. And I am going to throw away these two pieces just because I don't think that's anything that I would use. All right. Next thing I want to do, and please, if you don't mind sharing this video or giving me a thumbs up, I'd love to get more people back at my channel. I know it's been a long time since I've been around, and I apologize for that, but I am in desperate need of some creativity, and you all are going to get to share in that creativity. Because I'm going to be doing a lot more. All right, and all I'm using is Distress Ink Vintage Photo. For those of you that watched my channel before, that's pretty much my go-to for everything. Once in a while I use black soot, but pretty much that's all I use is my Vintage Photo. All right, so I have this base. This is going to be the base of my house. And I probably should have made it a little narrower, but this is just a basic journal, 5.5 wide. So it's pretty close. I might take just a sliver of this off, just so that there, just so we can make sure it'll fit inside a smaller journal. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to create my roof. And I have an idea for a roof. So let's see here. I want to get some colored paper. So I'm going to go into my scraps here and see what I have. I think. So is everybody getting ready for the holidays? Things are going to be kind of low key here, so I'm excited about that. We've just been going and going and going and going for so long. And um, I really love this burgundy. I don't know. What do you guys think about a burgundy roof or a green or a dark green roof? I'll let the two of you ladies select. Do we want to go with a burgundy roof, or we could go with this dark green? What do you think, Karen and Luann? Burgundy or dark green? They both would be absolutely beautiful. I'll tear them both out, and the vote is officially in. So you ladies tell me which one, burgundy or green. I love everything green. I do too, Luann, especially at Christmas time. My gut was the green to start. That was my original thought. Okay, so typically you would be using scraps. I didn't. Okay, so you both decided on green. Awesome. We're gonna go with green. Typically I would be using scraps, but I don't have a ton of scrap paper. And typically what I do is I just kind of take the base of my house and I take my scrap and determine how big it is. So I'm going to just go ahead and, gosh, I have not had my supplies out in so long. I don't even know if I have my tearing ruler here. Oh, let's see here. Here it is. Guess I should have been a little more prepared today. All right, here we go. So I'm just going to grab my tearing ruler, which is just a metal ruler, and I'm just going to tear that. And then what I want to do, let me think here. Let me think. I'm thinking I want it to be just a little bit, oops, a bit bigger than, okay. And I apologize for all the crazy noise. All right. So what I'm going to do, and I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, have a good night, Luann. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Hope you can catch the replay. So I am just going to, and I'm not folding it, but I'm just want to make a little divot, kind of like a little loop in my roof. A little bit more than that. Just a little bit. Well, that might be okay. And I'm just kind of playing with it to get something that looks kind of like a funky roof. Yeah, you could do scallop scissors. Absolutely. That would be adorable. Scallop scissors along here would be really cute. In fact, I might even have some. Let's see here. Let's see what is in my, like I said, I have not been in here doing much of anything. So all of my tools are not where they need to be. What I really need to do is spend a day reorganizing. Oh, here we go. Good thinking, Karen. Get out some of those supplies we've had forever in our. We could go right along this edge too. Let's just play today. All right. I've always struggled with these scissors. I was never so happy when the die cut came out. All right, there. Now we have this cute little, great idea, Karen. Little roof. Okay, so you're not going to see this inking very much on here, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. It's going to be hard for you to see on camera, but we can go ahead and do it on here. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, still kind of want this a little bit narrower. So this is what I love about these houses is you can just really just play with them and make them work as you start building the roof, and as you start building the pieces, you can still play around with the size and the shapes of them. Yes, that looks great. Okay, so I'm using my 3-in-1 glue, and I'm just going to put a bead along here. You could use hot glue if you wanted. You could use a wet glue. I would recommend, though, that you use something that's going to dry quickly, just so that you can keep working on this project. All right, so here's our little house. Oops. And I'm trying to keep the joy to the world visible. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to put like a little peek out window up here. So I'm going to grab some of my scrap cardstock, and I'm going to just going to kind of, and I'm not going to put a crease in it, but I'm just going to come up here and play around a little bit with sort of a Victorian style window. Still a little bit too big. Always cut it bigger than you want it. You can always make it smaller. Okay. So there's a little window, a little peek out window that we're going to use. And I'm going to get out a white gel pen. And I've not used this white gel pen in a while, so bear with me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline it. Now you could use paint. You don't have to do this part. You could do just about anything when you're dealing with mixed media. All right, so I'm just going to outline that. I'm going to let that dry for a second because if you've used these before, you know that they can make an absolute mess. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 windows in here. So I'm just going to hand draw them. And you could cut paper to put them in here if you wanted to. But I'm just going to hand draw these little windows because I really want this sort of folk art-ish look. And we're going to put a little circle up here as another little window. And I might even put some paper up there. But I'm in my mind, this is like how the frosting would look. So I'm trying to get like a little bit of frosting. And I'm looking in my pack for some light blue. Some light blue paper, which I don't know if I have any. Oh, this will work. And all I'm going to do is kind of roughly measure what that looks like. And I'm going to cut a little window. And it's just really fun if you like to fussy cut and it's not supposed to be perfect. So that's the other thing. Like this is totally out of my wheelhouse because you guys know I'm pretty much a perfectionist, but this is just fun. This is just putting some things together, getting it to fit. All right, I think we're getting close. So yeah, pretty close there. So just a little bit off of here. And I think we'll be able to move. And you can use different colors. You could use stitching, and I might go back. Probably won't do it today because I don't have my sewing machine up here, but you could go back and stitch. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. There we go. So that one fits pretty close to both of them. So all I'm going to do is just mirror that window. And like I said, it does not have to be perfect. We're not here for perfection. We're here just to create that whimsical look. And these could be used on the fronts of journals. You could use them as journaling cards. You could put them on the front of notebooks to decorate notebooks up. You could do really a lot with them. I'm just going to do a little bit of inking. And I'm actually going to ink this as well, just to kind of keep with our theme. I'm going to glue this window down, and then we'll start to glue down our other pieces. You would have traced your thumb? That's funny. But yeah, you could have done that. That totally would have worked. All right, so I'm just putting this down, and now we'll put our little window panes in. And I know they're not perfect. I don't want them to be perfect. I want to be able to see those edges. All we're doing is just creating. And then what I might do for that, if I have a hole punch close, we could punch out. I can take that same paper, punch out a hole. Let's see, where did it go? This is an old hole punch. Well, I don't know even where it shot to, so we'll try another one. There we go. Got it in my finger this time. And we could even put that at the top, which I kind of like, and then I can go around with my white pen some more. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to just continue to use my pen if I can get it to work. This is what I was afraid of because it's been in my drawers for a long time. May have to go get a new Jelly Roll pen. Just making some squiggly lines, which can look like snow. No, it's probably hard for you to see. Hope you guys, yeah, you guys can't really see it, but I'm just making some squiggly lines. And then I want to work on the roof a little bit. Um, and I kind of think that I want to make some lines on here. And once again, these are not perfect. Oh, I'm definitely going to get a new white pen this week because I have a feeling I'm going to be making some more of these. I do not want to fight with this pen. And you can use dimensional pieces on it. You can do all types of things. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come this way. Let me see here. Go this way. We're going to make kind of like a cross hatch on here. And you don't have to do all of this hand detail if you don't want to. I just really wanted mine to look whimsical. And I know my lines are not perfect. I'm okay with that. Okay, so we created these little lines, and then you can go in and you can do little stars that kind of look like snowflakes every so often. And all I'm doing is just doing an X with a cross. So they look like little snowflakes that have fallen on the house. And it just gives it a little more decoration. So I hope people are going to have a good Thanksgiving. I'm excited that I don't have to travel this year. So very excited about that. We are going to be home, and my daughter, this is her first year at college, and so she's coming home, and we're super excited to have her home. So she'll be home soon. And yeah, we're just going to kind of have a real quiet Thanksgiving. Excited about that. All right, so all I did is just add some little stars. Then I love 3 dots. You guys know that. So I'm just going to periodically go and add 3 dots in different places because it's kind of my signature thing. I mean, and you could spend all kinds of time decorating these. I mean, these would be super, super fun to do. Actually putting an X in here so it looks kind of like a window pane, which I know you probably can't see very well because of the glare. I'm just going to come in, and you could continue to do all kinds of decorating. I know I'm not done, but I want to come down and do the windows. I want to do the door. So I really want to do a red door. And I want this door to be kind of big. All right. And I'm just going to go around it with my white pen and just give it an outline. And then I'm going to put a little door handle on here. And then what I want to do is I want to put a window in the top of it. So I'm just going to take and make a half circle shape. And it's not perfect. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you watching. And I'm just going to make this cute little window to go at the top of my door like that. And I'm going to go ahead and ink that. And I'm going to go ahead and ink my little red door. And we're going to take a little bit of glue and attach our window to the top of our door. Just like that. And there is our cute door. So I'm going to go ahead, add some glue on our door. And what I need to find is a little green pipe cleaner so I can make, oh, I have one right here. Look at this. I can make a little wreath. So I'm going to take, all I'm doing is taking a little piece of pipe cleaner. I cannot believe I was able to grab a green one that quickly. And we're going to add this little green pipe cleaner. And I'm just twisting it and twisting it. To make a very cute vintage style wreath to hang on the front door. Isn't that cute? All right, so I will put that up in just a minute because I want to do a few other things before I actually attach that. All right, so I feel like we need some windows. So I'm going to grab our blue that we've been using. And I'm going to make a window. It has a little slight curve to it. Well, it's got a little more curve to it than I wanted. Let's see here. Okay. Well, come on. All right. So I'm just going to ink this up a little bit. And we're going to put one window right there. And I'm going to take and I'm going to cut another window just like it. So I have two that are the same. there's one. There's two. So we have our two cute little windows right there. And I feel like we need some tall windows along the sides of the door. So I'm going to cut some strips, and they're just rectangle strips to put beside the door. Super easy. These two are not perfectly the same, but that's okay. I'll actually flip this like this, like this. And now we've got these cute little windows right here. And I'm going to make them just a smidge shorter. I do want to make them the same height. So, okay. And now I'm going to just ink these up. So there's one. There's two. So there's our four little windows. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to just attach those with some glue. So is everybody getting their holiday? Are they starting to do their holiday crafting? I'm so far behind. I normally have all of my holiday crafting pretty much done by now. And I'm moving into creating content for you all that's for the new year. And here I am working on Christmas items. Anybody else in the same boat, or they just feel like they're behind this year? I don't know. I just can't seem to get, I don't know. I just can't get everything together this year. All right. So our windows are here and in. And I was thinking, and I don't know what this would look like. I thought about doing some cute little shutters. These shutters could be very cute. So I'm just cutting, again, some rectangle paper. And this would be a great, like if you like to do a craft with your grandkids or your child, like these would be great little easy activities that you could do. Let them make some whimsical winter houses. I think that would be super fun. And you could put a hole in the top. You could hang them from your tree. You could have little ornaments. You could put them on the front of Christmas cards and send them to family who are not close. They could get a little piece of your artwork or your child's artwork. I think that would be fun. I think there's just a lot of potential in these little whimsical houses for the holidays. I know I always love to get people's art, love to see what people do and love to see their creativity. And this is a great way for you to do that. So if you haven't had an opportunity to share or like this video, if you would please do so. And even if you don't like it, just give me a thumbs down. But at least it'll get me back out there. It's been so long since I have been in front of you with content, and I apologize. But like I said, things have been really crazy in our life over this last year. And I'm finally back in a position where I can create some content for you and get back doing what I love, and that is creating art and also sharing with all of you. That's super important to do that. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just outline these with my, definitely going to get a new gel pen. This pen's going to drive me crazy. All right. And I'm just making some shutters. Nothing fancy, just some cute little shutters. And you could hang little wreaths off of them. You could put little bows on the shutters. You could put all kinds of fun things on these. I mean, you could really, 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 really decorate them up. Amazing. You could put little candles in the windows. I mean, there's so much you could do. So much. You could just decorate for days. You could cut, if I had my, I don't have it up here, but I have a bow punch and I could actually cut and make little bows. Actually, I might, I'm going to look and see if I have it. It might be up here in this. Ooh. Now I'm tipping things over. Let's see. It's an old, oh, I have it. It's an old Martha Stewart punch. And you can see, I always laugh when I use it because my daughter liked it. And look, she wrote her name on it. When she was little, she was like 3. So it's not something that I'll ever get rid of because even when it doesn't work, I just love that it has her little handwriting on it. She was 3 or 4, and that's how old this punch is because she's now in college. But she wanted that punch, and it was my punch and my craft stuff, and she wanted it. So she, whatever she found something she liked, her name would go on things, and so that was one of the things that every time I grab it, I just chuckle because she really wanted that punch. Now, I doubt she ever even used it. I'm looking for some light green paper because I want something that'll contrast a little bit with that. So, I apologize. Oh, let's see here. And of course, whenever you want something quickly, you can't find it. Story of my life. Oh, let's go in this drawer. I bet everybody's craft rooms are super organized, unlike mine. Mine is an absolute mess. It used to be extremely organized, and then we moved. Ooh, sorry for the noise. And when we moved, I have not been able to get, it took me 12 years to get the other one organized in a place, in a fashion that I felt like I could finally, it was finally the way I wanted it, and then we moved, and here I am again. So, oh, green paper, where are you? And of course, I can't find a darn piece of green paper anywhere. Oh, here's some. And they're scrappy. Perfect. Okay. So I am going to cut this out. Okay. So I feel like these would look super cute as like a swag over these windows. Kind of like this. And then darken this up a little. And this is what I do. I start to make one thing, and then here we are, 46 minutes later, still working on the same. All right, so we have this cute little bow. I'm going to go ahead and put it on here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a few of these little berries. And we're going to put a couple of berries on here. And it'll look just like a little holly swag over the window. And remember when you're working with your art to do things in odd numbers. So I did 2 of the bow pieces and 3 of the little berries, and that's 5. So you get this little, and the light is super bright, so it's not showing you, but you can actually see that's how cute that is. And then I'll do the same thing on this side. And then we'll be pretty much done with this one. Then all I'll have to do is let it dry really well. And then when you let it dry really well, then after that, you just back it with back the whole thing with coffee dyed paper or whatever kind of paper you want to be on the back so you can use it as a journaling card. And it will be super cute. This paper is like copy paper weight that and I might even go back and add some bows up there, would be cute as well. You could do so much with this. So much. Okay, so we've got our little bows. I'm going to take and add this darn glue. It's time for me to get a new one. All right, and I'm just going to grab some and put 3 little dots. 1, 2, and 3. Right there. We're going to grab our little sparkles, give it a little bit of bling. We have our little berries right there. That is super cute. But like I said, I mean, we could come And I might even bring some boughs under here so it looks like we're decorating, right under the windows. You could have like a little piece of garland that actually looks really cute like that. You could add buttons, you can add lace, you can add all kinds of fun pieces to this. I really do love these boughs along here. So I'm definitely going to glue those on as well, and maybe we'll put some of these little sequins in here that'll give it a little bit of sparkle. And I think that is going to be an absolutely adorable journaling card. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Oops. Oh, I knocked them all off, but I was going to lay these on here and show you what they would look like. But I'm having fumble fingers. I think that would look absolutely adorable. I think it would be super cute. In fact, with this one, I will probably get one of these notebooks out that I get from Amazon. You can also get these at Walmart. They're just little craft notebooks that are lined. And you could add it to the front of this, do a little collage on the back, and you can have an adorable little notebook to give somebody with um, this cute little handmade house, little gingerbread house on here. I'm going to do a lot more decorating on that, but I hope you all like this. I hope you get a chance to make one of these, and I hope everybody has an amazing holiday. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody.